Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Hauser Housekeeping and Bethel Baskets. I'm Beth. I'm your hostess here. So glad that you came by. So, while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I've got all kinds of new baskets to show you, and I'm going to be having more tips coming your way as well. So, we'll go ahead and get started right away. I got some inspiration here lately. Um, Mainly, if your family is anything like my family, you have recipes that have been handed down from generation to generation. And with Thanksgiving coming up, not too far away, I was kind of inspired by the cakes that my mama and my mama used to make as I was growing up. Uh, so I'll get right into that. The first one I believe I have showed you before, but I didn't tell you where the inspiration came from. So this is the smallest of the baskets, and I call this one Mississippi Mud. Now, as you can see, the colors are shades of brown, tan, and cream. It's made from a 100% polyester, very, very chunky, soft yarn. This one is lined. And it sells for $20. Now, the second one, this one is based off of my mother's recipe for carrot cake. I know, but I saw the yarn, and that's the first thing it made me think of. And I thought, oh, I have got to make a basket out of that, and it's going to be beautiful. So hopefully you'll like this one. It's one of my favorites, and I call it carrot cake. Again, 100% polyester, chunky yarn, very soft. And I tried to imitate the look of icing coming down the side of the cake. Hopefully I pulled that off. And I wanted you to get to see just how bright and pretty those colors are. This one is also lined. And this one sells for $25. Now, the Mississippi Mud is 7.5 inches in diameter by 4.5. This one is 8.5 inches in diameter by 4 inches deep. Now, the last of the cake inspired is probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite basket I've done so far. It was definitely one of my favorite cakes that my mom made. And Mom always made this from scratch. And if you've ever made one from scratch, you know how hard it can be to pull this cake off. Of course, Mom had it down to an art. But this one is called Red Velvet. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I loved that yarn. And when I saw it, that was the first thing it made me think of, was my mama's red velvet cake. And again, imitating the look of icing there coming down the side. This one is also lined. Now, the size on this one is 9.5 inches in diameter by 6 inches deep. So this one will sell for $35. Isn't that lovely? Okay, now, that's all of the ones that are cake inspired, but I got to see some pictures, some photographs of peacocks one day, and I was inspired by the colors in it and thought, there's got to be a yarn out there that has those colors that will let me use this as an inspiration for a basket. And voila, I found them. So this is the Peacock Basket. I'll give you a close-up of those colors. Isn't that lovely? Now this one, the lining here is actually rope. I just liked the way that the texture played against the softness of the chunky yarn. Thought it gave it a nice look. Also lined. Size on this one is 9.5 inches in diameter by 4.5 inches deep. So this one will also sell for $35. Now, the last one, I believe I have shown you before, but I didn't tell you where the inspiration for it came from. This one I call the Southwest Basket. Saw the yarn and the colors and just fell in love. And I did something a little different with this one as far as the pattern goes. So I want to show you this one. This one's called Southwest. And the Southwest is 7.5 inches in diameter by 5 inches deep. This one sells for $25. And I want to give you a close-up there of that lovely X pattern that's stitched into here. And just how bright and gorgeous those colors are. Now, the important thing about these being lined, and I'll show you this, you can pull that lining up, and inside what you have is the plastic that I use to help them keep their shape and keep the sides stiff. So this part can be washed. It's 100% polyester. It's not going to hurt it. And then once you get it washed and dried, if I can do this one-handed, you just roll this back up. Yeah, as easy as that is one-handed. And you place it back inside. Pull your sides back in, pull that lining back down in there. Give it a little tug. And that way, if you happen to get anything on your basket, you can just take the lining up and pull that inside piece of plastic out and wash it. So there is the Southwest basket. Like I said, that one sells for $25. Now, for orders, just shoot me out an email. It's Beth_Thomas217@yahoo.com. I'm going to be having new tips coming your way. And of course, as always, more baskets. Thank you so much for coming by. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Welcome to fall, guys. Don't forget, while fall is here, all of the harvester baskets are 25% off. So they're all selling for $30 instead of $40. Okay? All right. Thanks for coming by again. Blessings to you and yours. Have a great day.